So if you are looking to, this is like looking for comparables to see, like, we're looking at a property that we want to buy, so we want to find some comps to see what we should offer.
Exactly.
Is that what you're?
That's exactly it. Yep.
Okay, so quick search.
There's no more full search, obviously.
Nope, it's gone.
Which is
gone, not coming back.
Right.
And then I close that out, and then I go down to the little push pin.
Okay, you do that right away. Interesting. Okay.
And then I do typically a radius search. And then it's going to depend on the area how wide I do it. So like for this area, do you want to keep it like really close to the address, like a quarter mile, half mile, or do you want to go out further to see and then shrink it down?
Let's just do instead of a quarter, let's just go like I typically start with a 0.3, getting a little bit above that quarter mile, but we certainly could. Let's go 0.5.
Okay.
Even though, yes, that quarter mile is really like the standard that agents are typically doing.
Yeah. And so we're looking for solds.
Yeah. And and so that has a scroll feature. So can you do multiples in there? Or do you not recommend that? Because I remember before with the full search, if you started adding like, hey, I want all the solds, expireds, and also listed right now, I would get different results than if I just went with solds. Like it would exclude certain properties for some reason.
Yeah, it can be a little glitchy. So I would say what I usually do, like for my purposes when I'm looking at comparables, I'll start with solds. I feel like that's like a really good baseline to get a good idea of how things are moving and what prices they're selling for. And then if I want to get a better idea of what's the current market like, then yeah, let's pull actives and or expireds. I mean, I think honestly, expireds are pretty few and far between nowadays. So I don't know if that's like a really important thing to pull at this point in time, but I would start with one and then add additional separately. Yep. As opposed to doing like a big thing, because then you get too many and I think it gets confusing for people.
Okay.
And so then once you've chosen your status, then you can choose your date range. So it defaults to a year, but you can go in and make this less if you want.
Okay. Yeah, let's keep it a year.
Okay. And then typically what I will do to start off with is put in the number of bedrooms.
Okay. And this is a 3-bedroom, I believe, 1 bath. So, and that's gonna.
And then the other thing I will sometimes use as a qualifier is if there is or isn't a garage. Okay. But I don't necessarily know if that makes too much of a deal. And then the other thing is sometimes that can be important is the type of house. So you can, where it has the green plus,
yep, you
can add a field. And so this is where you do all of the filters that you used to have the screens for in the full search.
Got it. So that plus button is where I'm finding the things I can't find. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's gonna seriously limit our search right now if we go, hey, it's got to be exactly 3 bedrooms, exactly 1 bath, and it has to be a Cape Cod or whatever.
Yeah. And so you can do architecture. So you have this specific style, or if you scroll through, one of the other things that we have to put in when we're listing is, style. So you can have 1 story, 2 story, 1.5 story.
So do me a favor. If we do another, if we open another tab with the MLS here, look up that property first just to see what it is, unless you can see it now. I don't know if you can, but just to see what it says in the last listing or sale. Okay. List price $145, tax year 2003. So it's been a while. And it's listed as a single family 2-story bungalow. Okay. And what is the bedroom bath? It is 3, 1.5, they're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
3, 1.5, and single story bungalow. Got it. All right.
So I'm going to go in. So for bathrooms, I'll just do 1.5 to 2.
Okay.
And then let's just, first of all, let's see how many we come up with. Because if we don't have a ton to look through, sometimes it's easier to see, okay, what's sold in the last year.
Yep.
And then eliminate stuff that way. Okay, this is so freaking small. My old eyes can't see very well.
I'm actually looking at a big TV screen too, so I can see it.
All right. So yeah, 142, 150.
Okay, and that's a 3231, 1,500 square feet, 1,600 square feet. Okay, 195. Wow, that looks
Legion, and that's only 1,000 square feet.
right.
And then what's that?
What was the square footage on Burn? I didn't even look. Doesn't say. Okay.
Let's see if we can pull up tax info, if it'll say.
Great. Yeah, that's a great call to go right into the tax info, and it says 850. Wow, right there.
Okay. You know, seems really small, but
that is terrible. We just looked at one on Camp Lake yesterday. That was 480 square feet.
Yeah.
So, okay, so we can see it right there. Boy, is that on the lake? Looks like behind it. No photos. I've been getting a lot of no images lately from anything that's.
If they're old,
yeah,
a lot of times
get rid of them.
It won't save. The other thing, let's see, look at the map.
Okay, so okay, it's not.
So it's 3 blocks.
Yep. Okay.
3-4 blocks from the lake, so not too far.
All right. Well, let's go back to that list again. Updates galore back in 2002. So,
okay. So
first, let's look at that map and see where these are first too, because I know they were pretty far out. It looked like. Wow. Okay. And now you're crossing a busy street, East Main Street, huh?
Yeah, and so I don't know this particular area super well. So, you know, I don't know if school districts really matter or if Lance Drive is a big deal. You know, are you on one side of the tracks or the not? I don't know Twin Lakes well enough to know that.
Okay. But the important part for me too was to just go in and say, okay, it's just this easy. Everything's on the left-hand side of the screen. You know, you've just got to click, you know, when you're doing your search, put in the sold, or, you know, you're going to look at solds first. We did happen to look at, you know, we did happen to look at, hey, it's got to be 3-bedroom. It's got to be at least 1.5 bath. So that was huge. We could have pulled a lot more properties probably right around us with 2-bedroom, I would imagine.
Sure.
In that area. So go up to that top one, the 150,000 or 142. Well, click on that one's looks like 2-story. It's got the garage underneath, even though it's a single. What days on market? 6. Estimated acres point tax year 2019. So that one closing date was just in December 2020. Are you looking for a home you can turn into your dream? Okay, so let's look at pictures on that because that's an FHA case. It's a HUD home.
Yeah. So,
and you're not going to see that. Those are private remarks from agent. So if it's 142 as a HUD, that's pretty encouraging, knowing that, you know, the rest of those on the bottom are all over 200. Okay. A little overgrown back there. Okay. Look at the old tiles on the ceiling, hardwood floors that need to be done.
Kitchen was updated
Right. And it's,
It looks like the countertops maybe getting peeled.
yep, laminate counters, but that was still an upgrade from what was there before, I'm sure.
Yeah, you got some mismatched appliances, but that's not the end of the world.
Right. You got crown molding. It's oak though. It looks a little beat up. You see the dark, on the bottom here on this big cabinet. So, okay. All that tile too, 12 by 12, 94 cents a square foot. Old carpet, needs paint. Windows, that's weird. Oh, ugly.
You know what? It looks like there was like an addition.
Right. And that's what it looks like on the back too. Getting into
Uh-huh.
All right, go to that 151 real quick, and let's just see what kind of, if that's a similar.
Either a buy or a try level here.
Right. Okay. And just looking below at some of those pictures. Hardwood. Looks like oak cabinets still. Oh, nice. Wooded. Got well. We saw a well there.
Yeah.
Out in that area.
I was thinking probably a lot of these. This one also looks like maybe it was an REO or a bank.
Go to list again, because that's winterized. See those stickers, everybody? Yeah. That's yep. So go into the detail. Okay. Days on market 14.
This is HUD.
It is HUD again. Okay. Yep. HUD case. So wow. So the HUDs are selling for 150-ish.
Yeah.
And then go down now to the 229. Let's see where that sucker's looking.
So this was the
high level
challenge becomes like this was built in 1993.
Okay. So go to the 185. Let's do that.
All right. This was 1940.
And this
is a ranch though, so that's not gonna really help you.
Don's at this house, so I'm gonna add this to the call. Yeah. So all right, Don, you're on. We're doing a video here. We're doing comps on that sheriff sale. So you're out at the house. What do you see?
It's way bigger than 840 square feet, whatever it says.
That's what Laura was questioning right away.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I feel like you can definitely see there was an addition, because the original house has a poured wall. The addition has block wall. It is a absolute pigsty. Good thing it's vacant.
Okay.
It's been winterized. 2-car detached garage. The exterior, I can't see the roof at all because it's completely covered in snow.
Okay.
But the siding is aluminum, but it's all in amazing shape and just needs a good power washing. All soffit fascia gutters, all of it. The lot's not bad. There's a mixture. So the house on each side of it, like there's a brand new house right next to it.
Oh wow.
So it's a mixed neighborhood, but it's right in downtown Twin Lakes here. So the location's really good.
Okay.
I can't get in it. It is without really making an obvious, like, I'm sitting in.
Man, I'm really disappointed, man. There's never been a house I haven't been able to.
Listen, I'm not watching me.
That's fine. Listen. Okay, here's the deal. We're seeing 2 HUDs sold, 142 and 150, and then we're seeing a really nicely done house. And again, on the map, Laura, these are a little far away. We had to pull a 1 mile radius, and so these are getting out.
Oh, we only did half a mile.
Oh, half a mile. That's okay. That's great.
I was gonna say, this has got to be, if this house is all done up nice, this has got to be in the one. I would at least say 180.
Well, we're seeing 230,000 on a house that was done by a flipper. That's really nice. And so we can, but again, that's not comparing apples to apples. That is us, just looking at what the MLS comps are showing, and we're not comparing everything. We're just saying there's definitely, 3 houses over 2 that are 3-bedroom, 2-bath,
Okay.
So
the roof is going to need to get done on this. Windows are fine, siding's fine, but the roof I can see on the south side, it's curled up, so it's definitely got issues.
And opening bid is 116 right now, and you wonder how many players are going to be at the sheriff's sale now, since there's been nothing for months. So
I know.
All right.
Now there was one set of tracks, and car tires, but they were freshly snowed over. So they snowed. So someone was here yesterday.
Yeah.
And that's it. So
Okay.
no one this morning. I was the first one this morning. So.
All right. Well, good stuff, man. This is how it goes. We're looking up comps. We can now also call our special contact at a title company to run a soft search, and then we can have to go get some cashier's checks and do some. Laura, do you see? Is that plywood in that window even on the Google map?
Yes.
Okay. Wow. And there's a car in the driveway too. So.
Well, it was fall or spring. It says October of 2012. So this is.
Oh, that's great. Well, Don just said there's still that same Christmas tree with bulbs. So it's this could be rough inside.
Yeah, I'm wondering here if this, when I look at the picture of this on the left, I wonder, did that used to be like an attached garage and then they made that into like living space and then built the detached garage?
Okay. Well, the interesting part is that the HUDs are selling in the 140 to 150 range. So, and those are, but they're all cleaned out, and just need some love. So,
okay.
But all right. Well, I'm gonna cut you loose, Don. And I'll call you right back.
All right, sounds good.
All right, Laura. Well, thank you.
Yep.
And I think, going through that, I'm glad we actually brought a live property to it. I'm going to put it in Rehab Estimator Pro now, but just seeing that it's that easy on the left, you're doing the same things that I was clumsily doing since the MLS changed the full search function.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of learning how to navigate through the edit search.
Yep.
And, it gives you the very basics, and then just knowing to go into the add a field and knowing that you just kind of have to slowly scroll through till you know exactly where they are to kind of.
But it's important to pin that property first, like you did, so that's what you're using as your center point.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah. And then, the other thing you can do too is you can go through here and you can, check off, let's just say we want to check off, we don't want that one, and then these two.
Yep.
So you check those three, and then you can do a market analysis, CMA.
Okay.
And then you can just use the selected results. And then I typically just do like a quick.
Okay. Then you don't have to fill out all that other jazz.
Yeah. And then what I do is I choose full report, all photos.
Okay. Okay.
Or you can also do full report if you want tax. Just all, and then private.
Oh, okay. What does that do? Public or private?
Yeah, private just gives you like the sold date and FHA, those sorts of things. Gives you a little bit more information.
Yep.
And then you can do whatever you want with it. I'll just usually just like view it at first before I decide if I want to save it. Awesome. And then that just kind of like it puts everything together so you can look at all the photos real quick.
Beautiful. Well, there's one turd and there's one polished gem there. So
yeah. So these were the two HUDs, and then probably the closest, the rehabbed one.
Yep. Typical grays. The backsplash, the white cabinets, stainless. Yep. LVP. They're all looking the same these days.
Yeah.
But hey, they're selling like hotcakes. So.
Yeah, you can't.
Right, hey, do me a quick favor. Go back into that quick search and take off the bedrooms and bathrooms, and let's see how many results we get and how many on the map that we see. All right. Beautiful. Edit search. Love it. And it will let you go back and do this and pull new numbers. Okay, so now what do we have? 23 results. Do we have any more within that bubble? Let's see how close we can get. It's not updated. There we go. Oh, they're still out of ways. Okay. What is that one closest to our pin?
This one?
Yep, right there. All right, 210. Let's look at that one on the list. And you can click right on that. Okay. 21 days on market. Built 1935.
Four
Continue.
bed, one bath, 1,650 square feet.
Oh, okay. So that sucker's big, beautiful. When was it sold?
September, end of September.
September. 21 days on market. Okay. All right. Well, that is not the house that we're looking at. So that's beautiful, but 210 it just sold for. Interesting. That skews the numbers a bit too, but
Well, but I mean, let's take a look. I mean, outside, but like look at the inside.
yep. A lot of that stone, wood. Okay. Very specific buyer for that. Tiny kitchen for that big of a house. Weird layout.
Yeah, so I think,
Okay. Nice deck. Looks like there could have been a pool there at one point.
yeah, I mean, look at the weird, like it looks like a DIY, not so great.
Yep. You look at the old glass knobs on the doors. So they just painted everything.
Yeah,
Paneling up on the walls, 1935, no insulation. That, you know,
yeah, look at, yeah, this is like that painted.
yep. Okay. That explains the look at the description. Quintessential charming seaside village feeling. Wow. Let's check out the agent who wrote this masterpiece.
Yeah, this is
Gleaming hardwood floors, secret space off the family room.
secret space. Eek.
Meaning terrible design. Yeah. Nostalgic sleeping room porch. All right. I've heard enough.
Yeah, you're like, I mean,
This is great. All right. Well, I'm going to have to wrap up because I got to run to the sheriff's sale now. So
all right.
thank you so much for your time. And that was awesome. We recorded this, so we'll get this out. That's interesting. They've got a button up there, report violation. Interesting. So, all right. Well, thanks, Laura.
All right, we'll talk with you later.
All right. See you later.
Bye.